Yo, what's going on, everybody?
Holy shit, that's good.
Yeah, we probably need to turn that off.
Yeah, we don't.
John Carpenter will come after us.
Copyright stricken.
Yeah, really good.
So YouTube's a bunch of pussies. We know that nowadays. We can't do nothing on here anymore without getting copyright.
Right.
I mean,
Yo, immediately flagged.
two people that are the giant, biggest pussies of all time, besides Eli Roth, the Scream Factory, and fucking YouTube.
Scheme Factory, that can go to hell. But what we doing, boys? It's another On the Road. We just did one of these last month. We're on a fucking roll now. We can do at least 2 or 3 a month.
So what we're getting ready to embark on is something we're both going to regret. I just have a feeling. We're going to go see what'll probably be the most disgusting film of the year, Terrifier 3.
It's gonna make me sicker than a dog. I'm gonna vomit. I'm gonna do like I'm talking about that the audience is doing. They're vomiting, they're shitting, they're pissing on themselves.
It's gonna come out both ends.
Yeah, I think there's a couple of people that were jacking off during the event, so they had all fluids.
Yep. Somebody cut their dick off. They were so traumatized.
Yeah. There's period blood everywhere as well.
The shining, but period blood.
Yeah. There's a flood of period blood.
People lost their minds like a fucker in the Event Horizon. They cut their own eyeballs out and everything.
Yeah. But Damien Leone, or Leone, I don't know how to pronounce it, but we're from Eastern Kentucky, so it doesn't matter. His third entry in the Terrifier franchise. And I was looking this up, Uncle Bill. We said finally they're getting it here in Pikeville, but they had Terrifier 2 in Pikeville. I looked it up.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it must have not been on very long, but
I don't remember that at all.
I don't remember it either. Yeah. And they had the substance for like a couple of days.
2 fucking days, because by the time I saw it, it was already gone.
They probably didn't sell any tickets at all or
I was
something.
like, what is the fucking point of this? To have it on for 2 days. It was like 1 or 2 showings for 2 days. Like, it was a Tuesday and a Wednesday. It's like, yeah, everybody's going to be going in.
Fucking people. I don't know. But when it comes to horror movies and stuff, if you watch closely, the river feel up here, we got to put them over because they get a little bit of everything horror-wise up here. Even some more obscure shit. Like, Substance isn't playing everywhere, so that was kind of cool. I mean, had I known about it, we could have went and seen it, but I didn't know. I had no idea.
I didn't either.
But
too late.
Coming up here, weekend premiere, boys. Terrifier 2, Art the Clown is back. He's going to be killing and brutalizing all kinds of innocent people. There's a rumor that he's going to be killing a very innocent person.
Very innocent person. Yeah.
And he's going to be skull fucking him.
He fucking kills Mother Teresa's corpse. He digs Mother Teresa up and kills her again.
Look at Art the Clown, which kind of takes me back there if only for a day, because Art the Clown's been around quite a while. You know, I think it was a short film, and this is weird too, because like I don't think any of this stuff was officially ever put as it'd be cool as an extra feature or something like that. I think it was debuted an 11-minute short film that's Spanish. Evidently, Damien Leone, his first language is Spaniard.
That's good to know. I didn't know that, really. Mm-hmm. But I'm telling you though, man, like I have a feeling I know what we're in for from some of the things that I've just heard. And like all I can say is when you keep raising the bar like this, eventually like you're gonna run out of shit to shock people. So you better like chill out a little bit.
Yeah, I mean they've already announced Terrifier 4, so in Terrifier 4, Art the Clown is gonna be making people brush their teeth in piss or something. I don't know. What
I heard that in Terrifier 4 he digs up Gandhi and butt fucks him. I don't know if you heard that.
Does the same thing with Mother Teresa.
Yeah, that's the kicker on that.
Oh shit. Yeah. It's gonna be a fun time though. I mean, we'll see. It's Rocktober, so see how crowded the theater is here in a little bit. But yeah, we've seen all the Terrifier movies. Terrifier 1 I wasn't huge on, But Terrifier 2, there's no way I could hate on a movie like Terrifier 2. I won't say I loved it, but I enjoyed it. It was entertaining, great music. I think the budget was brought up quite a bit from the first movie. And I remember before all the Art the Clown hype and everything, All Hallows Eve, it's like a Halloween anthology movie that Leone did probably 10 or 12 years ago at this point. So the Art the Clown character has been around a long time. I don't know if people realize that, but David Howard Thornton has only been playing Art for the first 3 movies, right? They had a different dude that wasn't as good as the clown character. So he's made it his own in these movies.
I actually heard legitimately that he wants to play, David Howard Thornton wants to play the Joker in like one of the next Joker films, whoever does. It's not going to be Todd Phillips.
Yeah, they make about 15 Joker films a year.
Yeah, so I can actually see him doing that, man, and legitimately being able to do that. But I mean, I don't know like how good of an actor he is because we've never heard him speak. But
it's true. There is actually a petition online too to get Art the Clown to host Saturday Night Live.
That would be killer shit.
So that could be a possibility. I mean,
I would watch that.
Yeah, that would get the ratings up for SNL because nobody gives a shit anymore. I don't even know who the hell's on there. Nobody. Andy Samberg, is he still on there?
I think he's been off there for about 10, 15 years.
I kept up with SNL for a long time, but man, it's
rough.
It's been a long ass time since I've seen it. But anyway, we're getting ready to head up to the theater. We'll see how crowded it is. I'm questioning it. It is Friday. We normally go on a Thursday. But we had a little interview with Miko McCobb on the show. So you need to check that out. Otherwise, we would have done this review yesterday.
Yeah. So I'm curious to see this too. I expect there to be a huge crowd up here. I don't know why. I just think there will be because I think
even though it's Jenny Wally Festival.
Yeah, I just think this fucking movie, man.
Then we'll skip Ricochet.
No, I ain't gonna skip Ricochet. You're right.
Aaron Tippin's tomorrow night.
Aaron Tippin's the headliner.
Yeah. Nobody's gonna miss that on Aaron Tippin. But yeah, we're not missing out. Terrifier 3. We'll see y'all at the theater.
We'll see what we're in for here in about 5 seconds.
I'm excited. I want to watch Terrifier 3 and go get me a damn tattoo.
You don't want to get a tattoo where unless you enjoy like Hep C or anything.
They'll clean your tattoo off with spit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that looks good.
I just love going on.
That looks good. Get the first glimpse at how many damn. You know, they built all the years since we've done shows and shit. They've built seating over there.
Yep.
And a fucking apartment building, boy.
Well, I think we're in good shape.
It looks a little bit packed for me.
Does it? Ain't nobody here at all.
Movie theaters, man.
It's so weird.
They're not what they used to be.
No, I mean, it is weird to me, though, man, that, like, you can never predict this shit. But there ain't nobody here. I can tell from looking over there and here.
So, any final thoughts from Uncle William? What do you think? What do you think we're in for tonight?
People gonna get hacked and diced and sliced and killed and mudded, and they're gonna get all fucked up.
Are you gonna poop on yourself?
It's gonna be like I got the flu, buddy. I'm gonna be coming out both ends, shit and puke.
Puke, piss, semen.
Dirty innocence, but a killer at the core. Fall into the dead pit. Y'all motherfuckers gonna fall. Fall into the dead pit. Talking movies, we having a ball. Pennywise the clown, sewers tight grin. It in the drain, now the terror begins.
Check out this Kalu coming in here.
But there's all kinds of. This is insanity tonight. Terrifier, boy. We're scared. Tighten this thing up. Here we go. Oh, it's swaying too much here. So we got out of Terrifier 3. And we are out, and it was the most packed theater that I have been in years tonight. What about you? You go to the theater more than me.
Yeah, that's pretty much as close to packed as it gets anymore around here.
Yeah, so I mean, it's kind of exciting for horror. We'll see if I couldn't find the rating on this, and I looked on IMDb, and I don't think they got a poster at the Riverfield. I don't know. He's skateboarding like a fucking hipster. He's got his Skechers on, skateboarding. He ain't bathed in 3 or 4 days.
He's got his Vans ready to go.
Yeah, Vans is what it is. Yeah. But yeah, Terrifier 3 takes place 5 years after Terrifier 2. I think I got that right.
Yeah.
And features a lot of the same people. I think the little art girl from part 2 has grown up in this one. Is that right? Is that the one that's so fucked up looking?
No, that's the one that, like, in the first one, I forget her name, but in the first one, like, he like rips her face apart or whatever, and she's on that like talk show talking about it, and then she goes crazy. That's that one. Yeah.
Okay. It's been a while since I've seen the first one.
I can't remember her.
What happened to the little girl?
The little girl's not in this one at all. I read about that. I don't know why.
Okay, maybe she's gonna be in the next one. She's gonna be in the final chapter. But
final chapter be killing.
I will say this. I don't want to. I mean, it's gore scene after gore scene after gore scene. But I think as far as, I don't know if you can call it storytelling, plot development maybe.
Yeah.
I think that he improved on that a little bit. It didn't seem like part 2 where it was literally, there was like really no story at all. And then he improved again from part 1 to part 2. So I think with each movie, the Damien Leone is getting a little bit better as an overall filmmaker. What do you think?
I mean, I've got mixed feelings about it just coming right out of it, because on the one hand, see, I really, really like Terrifier 2. That's the problem that I'm having. And on the one hand, like, people were going on about how long that was and everything, but I thought that it was like a good story, and I liked the rise of that like Athena character.
Yeah, she didn't have the outfit on.
Yeah, and none of that really was in this. And
although there is still the supernatural element kind of thing with
she
art.
Didn't really have a good arc in this at all. She just kind of showed up, she's crazy, and then like she's just tied up for a while. I don't know. She didn't have a good like comeback. You know, she didn't have a hot tag comeback.
She's broken, basically, is what they're saying. She gets more and more broken as the movie goes along, though. What's her name? Sienna?
So I'm guessing that's setting up for 4, where she's gonna like redeem herself. I don't know I don't know what to do.
Oh, sure. I think she's, and I was asking you, I don't know how many other films that she has done, but I think she's a fantastic actress, actually. I think she did a really good job, yeah. Because I don't know, like, I mean, maybe she's done more independent films. Lauren Lavera, is that her name?
I can't remember, but it's Lauren something. So, I will say this, like, and this is another part too. I don't think that even the goriest scenes in this movie top that fucking bedroom scene in Terrifier 2. To me, that fucking scene is still like the scene where I was like cringing watching that. But everything in this, it's good. I mean, it's got, especially like the, the shower scene everybody talks about.
Right.
It's good. It's got some like fucking really disgusting stuff. But for some reason, there's something that was just so horrible about that scene that I don't think it's been topped. I don't know if it will be topped. Really.
Although there were some wig splits in this too.
There was.
Lots of great special effects to showcase to that. I love what happened to Chris Jericho. I won't give it away.
Yeah.
But I fucking hate Chris Jericho.
I wish that happened to Chris Jericho for real.
Yeah. God, man, that guy's got way more heat than X-Pac ever had. Like, go away, heat. I think it, honestly, like, okay, I think the deaths and the violence and shit, I think part 2 was still, like, probably has more of that. Creative deaths and everything, but there's still a shit ton of it in part 3.
Yeah.
I think as an overall movie, and the length helped it, in my opinion, because Part 2 is like 2.5 hours long, and this one was right at like 2 hours.
That did help.
I think that's why I think that Terrifier 3 is the better movie.
I will say this though, if you thought that like Part 2 was mean-spirited, like Part 3 is a ton more mean-spirited. I mean, I don't know how much we can give away about that wouldn't make people mad, but like, there's a bunch of scenes in this movie where you're just kind of like, fuck, like they didn't really need to do that, but they do it. Like,
yeah, there's a scene too where Art sees Santa Claus.
That's the best scene in the movie.
And yeah, I mean that continues to go on. Clint Howard is in the scene as well. I think Daniel Roebuck is the Santa Claus. Yeah. There's also a cameo in it from some Dawn of the Dead alumni. I guess we'll just say that. We don't give everything away because this movie just came out. But this is an exciting time for horror fans because this is guaranteed to make a killing this weekend, literally. Dude, like, I'm excited to see how much money this movie makes in theaters. I guarantee you it's going to be vast improvement over the second movie.
I'm curious to see how it stacks up against Joker 2, because Joker 2 is fucking bombing, and this movie is clearly succeeding. Right. Wouldn't it be fucking crazy if it like beat that movie?
I think it's beating Joker 2. I mean, word of mouth is just going to spread for this too. So this is like, I think this is huge. You know, I mean, is it the best movie ever? No. A lot of people are going to be really offended by it.
A lot of people.
But the success of this movie pretty much, you know, at the end of the day, it's still kind of independently done. When you say Bloody Disgusting and Screambox and all that. So, man, like, it's an exciting, I think it's an exciting time the next few years.
Here's what I would tell you though, this movie reminds me of like Part 1 more because like, in terms of like, everything's just a death scene and a gore scene. Like, there's really not any story in this per se, like, other than the fact that like, she's crazy, her brother, like, I didn't know why they brought the brother back, really.
Well, we know why they brought him back.
Yeah, he's got like 2 scenes or something.
That dude's balls is never going to drop either. Like, that dude has been a little kid forever.
Yeah.
Like, I wonder how old he is. He still talks like a little kid.
He does. He's got to be fucking, he's got to be over 20, doesn't he?
I would think he's at least 20 at this point. Surely to God. But maybe not.
We apologize about your balls dropping. We apologize if you're watching this.
Yeah, Peter Brady.
But I mean, wouldn't you think so though? I mean, like, what is the story to this really? And what is the fucking deal with him like going to hibernating and going to sleep like Black Christmas style, and then waking up like? It
reminds me of the ways that they brought Freddy Krueger back. Like, that's the only thing that I can like. Nothing really. It doesn't have to make sense. It's just a stupid. Like how they brought him back from Part 2.
Yeah. I mean, it's just so crazy, man. I actually do like the way that like they brought him back when it shows like, you know, in the asylum and everything. Yeah. Let's go because that's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
But
I really liked it though, man. Like, I think I liked it more than because it had all the gore and stuff that the second one had. Maybe not as much of it because it's a shorter movie.
Right.
But that's why I liked it more. I think it, like, 2 hours is a pretty decent time frame. Not 2.5 hours. Are they open?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I want my pizzas hot and ready, God damn it, like my women. I just want to say that this video right here, it's the hot and ready zone, right?
Mm-hmm.
They don't have anything hot and or ready except for that one little fucking cheese bread there. That's some false advertising, boss. False advertising. Oh, we was just picking up our ready and hot pizza.
It was hot, but it was not ready.
It was ready after about 15 fucking minutes of us waiting in there. Son of bitches. There wasn't nobody in that fucking little Caesar.
There's like 2 guys in there doing God knows what.
That one dude didn't look like he was old enough to even work.
No.
Poor little fella.
Anyway, What about Terrifier 3?
I liked it. I mean, I know it's something that not everybody's going to get into. It is mean-spirited. It's the same sort of thing that the other two movies were. But I think overall, as like a filmmaker, I think that he's improved. I like the length of the movie's better. I like it's set around Christmas too. Like it's a holiday horror movie. Like I think the first or the second one was Halloween. So this one's like a Christmas themed. And I really like that. And the Christmas music and everything. And David Howard Thornton does a fantastic job as the character. I really think that the way that he plays art and just the mannerisms and everything, like that's pretty irreplaceable, I think is the word.
Yeah, I mean, he is by far the best thing about any of these movies. Although that girl that plays Sienna is like a close second, but yeah, man, like there's certain scenes in this movie where, and I appreciate that they did this because it's a pretty heavy movie, like most of the way through it, but like I appreciate the fact that he adds like that humor to it. Like there's a scene at the end where like a bunch of people are tied up and he keeps going by and like smacking them in the back of the head each time he walks by.
Gets smacked around with intestines.
Yeah, You can't
a lot of
really
people
take
wouldn't
it
say,
seriously.
a lot of people wouldn't say that's lighthearted, but it really is. Like it's kind of like a little bit of a break from the crazy chainsaw ripping. There's some dude like, and somebody will tell us in the chat, like, or in the comments, how did that get out in theaters? Like,
I don't know.
There's no way that's rated R.
It can't be. It cannot be rated. There's no possible way.
But
there's at least 2 or 3 scenes in this movie where, like, we were watching it, and I was turning to you, and I was like, "There's no way this is rated R. It's not possible."
No, there's some stuff that's very brutal and badass.
Yeah.
But if you're,
I'm sorry.
I was gonna say, if you're into just graphic violence and gore and special effects and stuff like that, this movie's just another showcase of that.
Yeah.
But I enjoyed it. It was what I expected. I don't think there was the vomiting and shitting and pissing like they. I mean, I don't know. I don't know who would watch it. There were little kids in this theater tonight. Little kids, like what, 7, 8-year-old kids.
Nobody really left either that night. We were waiting to see if like people would leave during certain scenes, and nobody did. But I was thinking though, you got so upset that you pissed out your butt though.
I did. That hadn't happened in a long time. I haven't peed out my butt in a while.
Yeah. He came while he's in there, pissed out his butt.
Yeah.
Every fluid left his body. It was so graphic.
Shit, piss, blood, urine,
bile,
semen.
I think there's some spinal fluid that shot out of you.
Yeah.
It's
bone marrow.
Bone marrow.
You gotta love how they promote that shit.
Yeah.
But I mean, I advise everybody to go check it out. This is the goriest movie that I've ever seen in a movie theater for sure. And that was partially why I wanted to see it, just because I wanted to kind of experience it. But yeah, I mean, these are fun. I think this movie is going to make a shit ton of money, and this franchise is going to be around for a long, long time.
Yeah, I mean, it's like the tagline for Pieces. It's exactly what you think it is. Like, I don't know what else to say about it. Like, in terms of, it's just one really graphic death scene after another. I don't know if they really further the characters along any so to speak, but like at one point people go to hell and it's like The Exorcist. I don't know what they're doing with that. I guess you find out that in like part 4, but it just seemed to me like a bunch of different plots. I'm not plot, but like death scenes and what do you call it when you get like a bunch of, not plot pieces, but like pieces like where just really cool like death scenes back to back.
Thrown in there.
Yeah.
They introduced characters to kill them in this quite a bit.
Yeah.
One thing that I thought was interesting, and then because we've kind of run this one out in the road a little bit, but there's a makeout scene that leads to the chainsaw scene, which I don't want to give any details or anything. But they were, and maybe this is just how it is in society now, right? They kind of teetered away from showing the nudity. You didn't hardly see anything.
Told you, man.
What the fuck?
I told you, like, here, and this is what we were talking about on the show. The pendulum usually swings like one or two ways. Either like the MPAA is all right with sex, or they're all right with like violence, or like in general, audiences are all right with sex, or they're all right with violence, depending on what decade it is. Right now, it's violence. Like, and nobody can stand to see anything sex. So what you've got is a scene of somebody fucking taking a chainsaw to somebody's titties, but they don't even show you the titties before.
You don't get to see the unmutilated titties.
Yeah. So it's like,
what's up with that?
You do get to see genitalia though, as it's getting whacked off.
Yeah.
And I don't mean in a good way.
Right, but I wouldn't want to see that anyway.
Yeah.
So that is it, guys. Terrifier 3. Go out, show them support. Make sure that there's plenty. Because let's be honest. I mean, the studios love the franchises, right? But it's always franchises from fucking 70 years ago or whatever, 50 years ago. This is a new franchise kind of still. Like, what was it? 2016, the first one, I think. So, I mean, I'm not in love with these movies, but it's something kind of still fresh and new. And it's crazy gory, and they're somehow getting it out there. And cute girls in it. Don't get to see titties. Lots of blood and guts and everything. And frozen rats and all kinds of insanity. So
I was just telling you though, the only thing I don't want this series to become is like the new Hatchet, where it's just like there's nothing to it but, you know, elaborate special effects and death scenes.
I think this is the opposite of Hatchet though, because the Hatchet films, as they went along, they got worse.
Yeah,
like each installment.
Each one did progressively get
with
worse.
This one, it seems like they're getting better in a way. I mean, I know that you said you kind of preferred the second one, but as an overall movie, I think that he kind of improved with the third one. Like the pacing of it, it didn't feel like it was too long or anything. So, but yeah, I mean, I'm interested in seeing what happens. What, you know, what's to come with this franchise, and I liked it. I had fun with it.
Yeah, I mean, I think everybody should go see it. There's a lot of people that are not going to like this movie, I'll tell you right now, because it is very brutal, it is very badass, and it is very mean-spirited. But, like, to support, like, an original horror series that's still going on, one of the few ones that's, like, been within, what, like, the last, it was the first Terrifier?
2016, I believe.
2016, so, yeah, like, the last 10 years or so, like, yeah, you got to go see it for that alone.
Check it out. And we will be back. I think Uncle Bill, you're going to be doing Saturday Night Lives?
Saturday Night Lives, yeah, 10 o'clock Saturday. Films of the 90s, 95 to 99.
And the Horror Roundtable returns Sunday. So that means DEADPIT is watching our new show. We're going to debut it on Monday night.
Holy shit.
So you want to hear our thoughts on the Hitcher 4K limited edition set? It'll be on that show.
More importantly, you're going to hear our thoughts about the High Water Man.
Yeah. And they call them up. So that is it, guys. We appreciate everybody tuning in and everything. Definitely share the video with your family and friends and neighbors, and even your distant relatives. Tell them about it, and tell them about Terrifier 3. I'm the Creepy Kentuckian. And we'll see you all over DEADPIT. I'd like to tell people, thumbs up the video, Uncle Bill.
Would you?
Yes. Thumbs it up with violence and fury, and just love everything about it.
You hit the heart button, then you hit the ass button, then you hit the go fuck yourself button. Follow that up with the I don't give a shit button.
There's all kinds of wonderful shirts over at shop.deadpit.com. Simply the best horror shirts. On TeePublic, there are others, but they all suck. You can get some Dead Pit Radio shirts. You can get Last South on the Left, the hills have eyes. Texas Chainsaw. Oh, wait, you can't say Texas Chainsaw. All kinds of shirts, folks. You're gonna love them. Shop.deadpit.com.
Special thanks goes out to our supporters on Patreon. Do you know what kind of stuff you can get on Patreon, Uncle Bill, starting at only $1 a month?
What's that?
Access to every Dead Pit show since 2005. We got almost 200 fan commentaries that we've done over the decades.
We have a literal jukebox full of songs and thousands of reviews. I don't even know how many shows are up on there now that we've done over the years.
Hundreds of thousands.
You need to figure this out now and subscribe to us on Patreon and YouTube and Instagram and help us to 1 million. The road to 1 million subscribers starts today.
So deadpitonpatreon.com. Join today. Tiers start at only $1, but I'd recommend at least the $10 tier.
You can do 50. The stock market's crashing around us, folks, but send us money.